All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome to the Let It Go podcast. I am your host, Aaron Mallory, aka Mr. Let Go.
And I'm your co-host, Alize Safari, aka Sexual Chocolate today.
I love it. I love it. Okay, look.
When you let your hair down,
I know, right?
you feel
Uh-oh.
good.
There we go. We good. All right. So now, before we get started, make sure to hit the like button right now, because people don't be hitting the like button and stuff. When I'm on a YouTube video, I don't hit the like button
I do.
because I
I do
forget.
now since I know
So
like what it does for people.
yeah, so make sure to hit the like button right now, and then let's get to it. All right. So this episode is going to be about the independent woman. Is it good? Is it bad? Like, we're going to have a whole discussion about this. I posted a video of this on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube,
On
on
your
Instagram.
IG, yes. And the women kind of went crazy, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
So
All right.
let me see. Can we play it if it's loud?
Proud of the way I behaved in my marriage.
Okay.
I thought I
Come
know
on.
it all.
All right. Hold on one second. We're going to start over. Listen to this.
Be very
Hi.
transparent with y'all on this couch. I'm not proud of the way.
Safari. Okay. Ready? Here we go.
Be very transparent with y'all on this couch. I'm not proud of the way I behaved in my marriage. I thought I was a know-it-all. It was the Ebony show, no show, my way or the highway. I wanted to be in control. I thought if you loved me, you would conform to what I wanted you to
Oh.
do. That was my immature understanding of love. And what I learned from that, the good news is I learned, instead of trying to pick a man and control him, select a man that I have enough respect, I have enough trust of his judgment. That's probably first and foremost for me. I need to pick a man who I trust your judgment. So that when I come up into this predicament I was giving you, Jinx, whereas I feel away and you feel away, I trust you enough to defer to you because I picked you because I trust your judgment. A lot of black women that I know, we grew up
I'm not
in single family.
All right.
I'm sorry, I'm not an iPhone person. So I love the fact that she said one particular thing. She said, I have to be in a position to choose a man that I can trust. Then I can defer to him, meaning I go to him when there's a problem instead of just fixing my own problems. Because here's the thing, ladies, being independent is not necessarily a good thing, period. Even when you're single,
Mm-hmm.
because this is the way it actually happens. I want you to I love my scenarios. Scenario, say we're talking about independent women, right? And I'm saying it's not necessarily a good thing, but I want to give you guys a scenario. Imagine you dating a smoker, all right? That particular person smokes cigarettes, what, 3, 4 packs a day or whatever. I don't know, 3, 4 cigarettes a day. I don't know what they do. 3, 4 packs. That's a lot. I don't
I
know.
don't know what they do.
But
I'm not a smoker.
imagine a smoker, right? And then they get with you, right? And then you turn around and say, hey, I don't like smokers. And he's like, all right, cool. I'm not going to smoke anymore. Do you actually think that particular person is just going to stop smoking for the rest of their life?
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
that's not how it works, right? They're either going to say, I don't want to stop smoking. They're going to struggle and smoke behind your back, or they're going to stop for a while and then actually go back to smoking later on and just say, yo, I can't do this. I like smoking, right? So, as far as a woman being independent to a certain degree, it's the same thing. And this is the reason why it's the same thing. You can't act a certain way for 10 years of your life,
Yeah.
15 years of your life, being this independent, strong woman, and I do this, I pay this, and da 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 da. And you had this mindset because everything is a belief system, right? So you have this mindset of, oh my God, okay, we're back. I don't know what in the world. Yo, this,
Refresh your screens.
all right, look, everybody refresh your screens. Just come out and come back in. And when you come back in, hit the like button first. Refresh your screens, come out, come back in, and then hit the like button, and then we can get back going. I was rolling too. Okay, I'll just start over because I don't know why I stopped at. All right, so we good? All right, somebody might flag the video. Oh, really? Copyrighted. You think so? Oh, okay. So, all right, we're just going to keep going because I don't know what happened. Go to, well, okay, forget it. I'm all flustered. We
I'm right
good?
here. I see you.
Okay, cool. All right, so, all right, we're good. We good. Everybody's saying we're good. Okay, make sure to hit the like button. Let's keep it moving. All right, so let me start over about what I was saying. I did a video on Instagram. For the people who don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is Mr. underscore let go. I posted a video of a woman saying that she used to be married, right? And her marriage ended mainly because she was this independent woman and she got with a guy and she felt like it was the her show and everything went her way, or if it didn't go her way it wasn't going to go at all, and they had so many problems where they actually divorced. And I would say what 8,000 views later, 300 comments later, we all are in the comment section just going back and forth or whatever. And a lot of the women, sadly, they were like, I don't understand what is wrong with being an independent woman. I am an independent woman. And it sounds okay, because that's just your belief system. But at the end of the day, the word independent, what does independent mean? What is the definition of independent, Safari?
Stand alone.
Stand alone. You don't need
By yourself.
right. You don't need an outside entity to
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah.
Like for example, like you got independent artists that just do their own thing, and then you have artists that are with RCA or
Mainstream.
these mainstream places, right?
Yeah.
And it's an actual difference. So when you are an independent woman, and then after this you get with a guy, and now you're in a relationship, guess how you're going to act?
Independent.
You're going to still act independent.
But I think it's really due to the times and the days. A woman can sit behind a desk and make as much as a man now. It's so many different ways a woman can be independent now. Back in the day when
That's not independent.
well, I mean, I'm just saying the independent they think is in finance. That's what independent woman is
Well,
talking about.
what
is
was the
finances.
definition again of independent?
Stand alone.
Stand alone.
Stand alone by yourself.
You don't need another entity to do
But they want a
whatever.
man now. Independent woman still wants a man, but
No,
most independent women still want a man though.
well,
They don't want to be by themselves. They just want to. They want
well,
to.
cigarette
keep that
smokers
title.
want to stop smoking. Does that mean they stop smoking?
No, they don't. Stop
Most
smoking.
cigarette smokers will tell you, I want to stop smoking, but they don't stop smoking. So
Right.
that means nobody cares what an independent woman wants. She's not going to get what she wants.
No, not if she has that mindset. Not if
Right.
she has that mindset, but like let's go back to the old times when it was, men having to hunt for food and all that. It wasn't that many independent women because it was harder for a woman to be independent.
Mhm.
So like I said, it has to really do with the days and times that we're in, and then the mindset and the beliefs that they had while growing up. So if we were to go back into ancient times and all this technology would be gone and everything, the true independent person would be the man, and we would have to go back and depend on the man.
I disagree with all that. And the reason why I disagree with all that is because ain't no men being independent. There are no independent men. I don't care
Well, you guys
what
are
is
the
the,
truth one. Is it
the
if
stone.
if it
No,
was
no,
you think
no.
women would survive better than men?
The bottom line is there were no independent men even before technology. You know why? Because we had to fight with each other
Each other, yeah.
men to protect our tribe. We had to fight. We had to hunt with other men in order to fish or to fight off bears or whatever, or either to hunt. So guess what? We were not independent
I
there.
wouldn't say independent. I'm just saying it's so
No,
many.
no, no, no,
It's so
no.
many
We're
women that are
using the
independent.
word independent, and what is the definition of
I'm gonna look
independent?
it up so we can get the exact
Right. We're not
definition of it.
gonna see women, not you. I'm just saying women love. I don't know what it is. Women get this thing about like redefining words to make the words sound the way they want them to sound. The word independent means a particular thing, and that is it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts unless you don't want to go by the dictionary when it comes to life. That means a cup.
Free from outside of control, not depending on another's authority.
Not depending on
standing alone, same thing.
Standing alone, yeah. Right? That's what I'm saying. So
not an independent person. No.
Right. So there is no independent men because we're not stupid. We know that we need people. We need a supervisor. We need co-workers. We need somebody to do this. We need somebody to do that. We need a woman. We need our kids. We need everybody. So all this independent crap is absolutely, it makes absolutely no sense, and it's sad and it's really pathetic.
Somebody said I'm independent and I'm sick of it. I know, honey, child. Tell me.
Well, here's the thing: stop being independent.
Yeah. I mean, you have to reach out. Like I really didn't get to the
stupid
point in my life to where I am now, to where I'm pretty comfortable and I have a great a circle around me until I started reaching out and telling people that, hey, I need help. Hey, I'm not okay. I think a lot of women are just saying, "Oh, I'm fine," but you really at home, you broken down, you looking crazy, because you're trying to front. And
credit messed up.
Yeah, stuff
late.
You got credit on credit. You financing cash. You financing
because you won't ask for help.
I mean, you're not asking for help. You just piling things on top of each other, because I think a lot of people have been disappointed and hurt, and they can't forgive, and they don't want to bring anybody else in to hurt themselves. I think that a lot of that is happening, and I agree with what the lady was saying. You do have to watch who you bring in, who you bring in as a man who's going to be an authority, because he will be an authority figure in your life if you allow it.
But what does that have to do with being independent, though? So let's stay with what you just said.
That has nothing to do with independent.
Right, because
I wouldn't say it,
right.
Yeah,
because the thing about it is, you don't want to be hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really wants to be hurt.
Yeah.
But guess
you
what?
You take a chance. You take a risk.
Right.
You don't want to get in a car wreck, but everybody, you got to go drive.
You still going to have to drive, right?
Risk.
So you can't run around being afraid to be hurt.
You have to choose better.
Just because you don't want to be hurt by a man, just because you pay your own bills, does not mean you're independent. You're just a person that doesn't have a husband. You're single. You're not independent.
That's why I leave with single. I say single.
That's it.
Single.
This mindset of having this independence, you're not a child. You know, like you remember the little cartoons where they used to sell pull-ups, the little the little commercials, and it'll say, "I'm a big kid now."
Yeah.
And they'll show the little kid pulling up their pull-ups or whatever. Now that person is independent.
Right.
Even though they're not, because they're a child, but you got to understand, a child's world is different than an adult's world.
Yeah.
So in a child's world, they're like, "Oh my God, I'm independent. I'm a big kid. I can go over here without mommy. I can do this." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when we're grown, there is no independence.
I had a guy who I was dating, and he was just like, "You're so independent. I don't know where I fit in." This is what he told me,
so
and I was like, I said, "No, I'm. This is what adult life looks like." I said, "So what kind of women are you used to?" I said, I have my own place. I have kids. I have this. I have that. No, I'm not independent. I need a man.
You're just a woman with your own house.
I need a man. He said, "Well, what you need a man for?" And I told him, I was like, "I need a man to cover me as a woman. If things pop off, things happen, I can't protect myself, to protect me. I can provide for myself. But if we are together, you help with that as well on certain things. So I mean, I need you. I can't please myself. I can't marry myself. You know what I'm saying? And they finna start that in a minute, marry themselves. But it's we do need men. And I think that the term independent definitely needs to be retired. It's more of, I'm a single woman, looking for someone who can give me what I need.
I feel like
independent.
I feel like the reason why black women, because white women don't really say independent. Indian women don't use.
They don't either. Yeah, no. There's a few of them, but they don't really.
Mexican women don't say they're independent. So
no, they don't.
Black women, I think they say independent. I'm an independent woman, mainly because they don't like feeling single. They think being single is so bad. So they start sprinkling stuff on top of words to make their particular situation look better.
Yeah, single. I mean,
you know what I mean?
Saying single woman is not bad. I mean, independent is just a dress up of it, which is not even really, it's not needed. It's not needed. So
it makes no sense.
Leading with single, just single is good.
Right.
And you just have to really just reframe, like, what is single? Like, what is single? Like, what is it to you? Like, if you don't want to be single, then you need to be, don't be saying you're an independent woman. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
need
what I'm
nobody.
saying.
I don't need nobody.
Look, you're either single or you're married. Because if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, well, a woman, well, male too, because like, on applications, you're either single or married, right? So
Who
you're
your
just
emergency contact.
right. You're just a single man, single woman. Nobody's independent, So this mindset of being independent is going to keep you single for the rest of your life because you just labeled yourself something that is singular, right? Independence, the definition means not a part of anything else. So if you actually want to be a part of a man's life, if you actually want to be a part of a man's family, just like you bring his family in your and you mesh families, that doesn't make sense if you're independent. The definition, I need you all to stop like making up dumb definitions for normal words. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the bottom line. You just don't realize how many people in these comments, we was going back and forth all day long. Then I actually had, now the woman that was talking in the particular video that I posted on Instagram, she's actually a lawyer, right? So she's sitting here saying, hey, it's not good to be independent because I lost a marriage being independent. Women still arguing, right? And then there's a woman, Better Life Movement, my girl Anita, she got in the comments. She's agreeing with me. They still arguing, and she's a therapist.
Oh God!
And I'm like, yo, you know what?
Yeah.
You don't even care.
I mean, but
it's like women just want to argue over for just dumb stuff.
It's some women that are comfortable. They say I never want to be married. So I guess
that doesn't mean she's independent though.
That just mean you're a single woman.
You're just a single woman that doesn't want to be married, right?
You're a single woman that don't want to be married for whatever reasons. But
right.
That goes, like I said, those bad experiences in relationship. You just have to, like she said, you have to figure out who is right for you and who to submit to, whatever, all of that good stuff.
Right. And let me ask you this: why do you think women don't want to get married?
They don't want. They feel like it's a form of control.
There you go. That's the whole independent thing. Oh, yeah, I'm an independent woman. I don't want a man to control me. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you all something about control. You about to say something?
Oh no, I got a whole thing on it.
Let me tell you all something about control. The more control that you have over your life, the more terrible your life is going to be. And some of you guys have terrible lives now. Let me give you an example of what total control over your life looks like, right? And just a side note, make sure to like the video. Y'all are in the chat right now. Hit the little X on the side. It's going to bring it down where it's a normal YouTube video. Hit the like button, hit the little up thing again, and you'll come right back in the chat. Make sure to hit the like button. Y'all do that. So let me give you something to think about. Imagine, let me ask you all something. How many of you want $2 million right now? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want $2 million. Just put a 1 in the chat if you guys want $2 million.
Everybody.
Of course, everybody wants $2 million, right? Okay. Say somebody in your family has a business. Or somebody just has an idea, right? An Uber type of idea, right? Say you and your friend come up with this idea and it's like Uber-like, right? It's real simple, like, hey, we're just gonna do this, we're gonna do that. We don't need too much. We don't do it, right? And then you do this, you do that, and next thing you know, it starts working, right? And you're making like $10,000 a week, right? And you're like, yo, this business is really working, right? And you're in the business, you're doing this and you're doing that, and next thing you know, you look up in 3 months, you're at $2 million, right? You're like, yo, this business is amazing. I'm making all this money, but guess what? You have absolutely no time for yourself. You have absolutely no time for your kids. You have absolutely no time to date because your head is down into this business because you're running it. It's just you and your friend running this business, and y'all got to deal with bookkeeping. Y'all got to deal with taxes. Y'all got to deal with this. Y'all got to deal with that. You got to dispatch this and that. Something goes wrong. You got to fix it. And you have total control of your business, and you got all this money. Are you happy though?
Right.
Are you
Right.
happy?
Probably not if you're
No.
busy.
No,
if you're too busy.
because your business is literally taking over your life. You got $2 million in the bank, or your business has $2 million. But at the end of the day, you ain't even got time to spend it
Right.
because you have total control over your life. Let me tell you where happiness comes from. Happiness comes from the relinquishment of control. Imagine you in this Uber type of business and it is flourishing, right? The only way you're going to be happy is when you start relinquishing your control to other people. When you start delegating certain things to other people.
We have to do that in business that I have.
Right.
Yeah, delegate.
Right. I need to delegate my stuff, right? Right. So what ends up happening is you give the bookkeeping to so-and-so, right? You give dealing with the taxes this person, right? You deal in your business is growing. So every city or state, this little Uber type of thing that you have going as it grows, you say, all right, this is a Texas person. You run the Texas area, right? And then you run the California area. Now, guess what? You've delegated so much control where you can finally just chill out and enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Now you can spend that $2 million, right? That is what not being in control actually looks like. So for all you women running around like, well, I want to be in control, your life sucks. Period. Your life totally sucks if you're in control of everything, because a man or a woman does not want to have all these responsibilities and to themselves.
Yeah, we're not women. We're really not built to do all that.
Or men, I don't think.
Men are. I mean, you guys can handle multiple things and have the strongest. They're the strongest of both the man or the woman. The man is stronger than the woman that can endure more. I think that's why a lot of women just be like, I'm tired. You know, because of all of the things, especially if you don't be a single mom. Then you don't want nobody to come and control, like you constantly guarding your life. But it's not until I let men come in that were actually good for me. Such as you, my brother, my relationship with my dad. Like, and actually I started the areas that I was out of control in. I'm like, let me get some advice. Let me get some male logical. And get because I'm emotional.
Right.
Because when you move as a woman, you move like with emotions. But some women, they have actually stomped out emotions and actually have become men because of the coldness that they have, because they don't want to let anybody in, so they kind of become stone like.
Yeah.
Have you ever been beside a woman and you felt nothing? Because she felt more masculine. That's why a lot of women are taking on. They can be beautiful, but they take on masculine like
because they hate their life. Their lives suck.
Well, I think they hate. I think they don't hate their lives to themselves. They front.
No, they hate their lives. Period. They hate their whole lives.
Some people they can make you believe that they love their life, but of course we know in the inside there's some things going on.
Right. Somebody says, but it's the men who make us. Who make us independent. See, this is another problem. This is another problem. Ain't no man doing anything.
No.
You're doing it. Because any man that is in your life, just like you just said, Safari, you chose to bring him in your life. Unless he's your daddy, your cousin, your brother, your son.
I got a good example too.
Other than that, you did this to you. Don't sit around blaming no man. And then at the end of the day, ain't no man making you masculine. Ain't no man making you independent. No. Unless you chose a feminine, a man with feminine energy, a man who literally is like, yo, are you going to fix me something to eat? Yo, did you pay this bill? Did you pay? You chose a feminine man. So if a man is causing you to be more independent, what sense does that make?
Right.
So when y'all sit around blaming men,
I'm not doing that.
when you sit around blaming men, all you do is make yourself look even more stupid.
It's just choosing wrong. Is what qualifies him to be that man? Just like I went to Vegas, right?
There's no qualifications.
What is it's certain things that you look for. It's certain things you look for in a woman. You know what I mean?
What does the average woman look for in a man? 3 things.
Well, I'm gonna leave with my story.
Okay, go ahead. Let me hear the story.
I had a guy that liked me. I actually was on a trip to Vegas. He was on the trip as well. And I just for dating is collecting data. That's what it's for.
Wait, I love that. Say it again.
Dating is collecting data.
Yes.
That is what I do. Period. I'm not gonna tell you what I want from you. I'm seeing how you lead out the gate, right?
You watch people, right?
I watch people. This man he was older. He's a little older than me. He expressed that he liked me or whatever. So I'm like, cool. All right, let's see what's up with him. So, he paid for some meals and things of that nature. But he kind of came across a little bit feminine, because he kind of was running behind one of the other younger men, just doing different things. He wasn't protecting any other women in the group. He was on the strip of Vegas, and I kept having to say, watch out for me. He wasn't standing beside me. He was letting me walk on that side. So you
kind of like had to tell him how to protect you. Do you have to do that when you're around me?
No. So when I got back in town, and then he got upset. He said, he actually tried to sleep with me, and I'm like, we're not together. Like, I don't want to do that with you. And he wasn't like trying aggressively. It was just like a pathetic try. Honestly.
A pathetic try.
It was he was trying, but it was like, bro, like, you didn't even protect me, so you don't turn me on.
Exactly. He did not earn anything.
You didn't earn anything.
Right. See,
so collecting data.
Are the men in your past, if you just think about the men in your past, did they earn anything, or were y'all just with them just to be with them because he was a man and you were a woman, because he was tall or he was cute or whatever?
Yeah.
See, these are things what Safari is talking about. These are examples.
But I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad that he wasn't a match. But I saw that. Then he spent. You saw me riding in the McLaren. So he spent. He was like, I want you to ride me. I'm like, cool. I'll ride with you. All right. I'm in there. $700 for 4 hours in a sports car. I don't own a house. Has no assets. So I looked at him spending that type of money on a car that wasn't his, and I said, and I know he had a little side business that was struggling. I'm like, that could have been money going into the business, but am I gonna tell you what to do? No, I'm gonna stay in my feminine place, because guess what?
You're a feminine woman.
I'm a feminine woman, but I'm not gonna tell. Oh, I'll ride with you, baby. Yeah, I'll ride with you.
Yeah, because you ain't none of his girl.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I'll ride with you. All right, yes, I'll do it. But I'm taking note. This is not a man that will lead my family into generational.
That's it. It's the man you're dating. It's the man that's into you. It's your ex. Are the men that you're fond of, are they capable of leading you and your family?
The last thing that I saw about him, I had to protect him. Because he was not a person that drinks, so I knew he told me he didn't drink, so he drank a little bit, and he was staggering and this, and I said, guys, he's had enough. Staggering. I said he had enough, and I took him to his room, and I put him in the bed and all that. He woke up, he was like, thank you for looking out for me or whatever. So you weren't in protection mode. You're not gonna get drunk. You don't drink.
You know why?
Because of what's going on in society that with black men anyway, period.
No, mainly, and I have to be on alert to protect the women around me. Does that make sense?
Period.
See, I want y'all to think about that for a second. I don't drink because I hate drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a problem with drinking or whatever. But the reason why I don't drink, especially when I'm with a woman, I might have one drink or whatever. But at the end of the day, me drinking is going to cause me to be less alert.
It will.
My job is to be alert. If I'm sitting in a restaurant with a lady or whatever, and I've been in this situation. I've been in a Waffle House late at night with a woman, right? This is nothing really happened. This really happened. So we was about to sit down, and she was like, she wants to sit right here, and I'm like, I gotta face the door.
Yeah.
And she's like, why?
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
She's like, why you want to face the door? I said,
You need to see who come in.
no, I ain't saying. I don't.
You did not gonna explain it.
I ain't gonna explain nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at her like, can you get up so you sit over there?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not. Well, the reason, no. Like so she sat over there or whatever, and we're talking and talking and talking, and next thing you know, these guys come in, like they're hoodied up or whatever, and this is summertime, so I'm like, all right, it's one thing having a hoodie on, there's another thing having a hoodie on, right? So she's talking, and I'm looking up, and she's like, what's wrong with you? I said, there's two guys that just walked in here, and they got hoodies on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at the silverware, so I'm like, all right, if something was around, you know what I'm saying? The silverware sitting right here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. And I was like, carry on. And she was talking or whatever. And if something would have went down, at least I would have been aware of it. At least I would have been able to know what to do. I would have been like, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would have been able to protect her.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing
My brother, he's ex-military, Air Force.
Mhm.
And we was at the trap house, and they got the shooting outside.
You
All
was at
I
a trap
remember
house.
at the trap house museum.
Oh, duh. Scoot up just a little bit.
The
Okay.
trap house museum.
The trap house museum. He started shooting in front of the
They
trap.
started shooting outside. So
What?
somebody opened the door, and like they thought
make sure to be close.
and
I
they
forgot
thought
about that.
they thought the shooter was coming in.
Oh,
So my brother,
wow.
ex-military, he picked me up. When I tell you, he picked me up and he ran with me. I was checking out my boots, but when I tell you that military training, like, boom, protected.
Right.
Protected.
Right.
You know a man. You know a man is a man when he jump into protection mode.
Right.
And this is what I always ask me. I'm like, if somebody if somebody comes with a gun, what would you do? I had one guy I was dating. He said, I'll give him my wallet, and then you just get him what you have on too.
Wow.
So I know he in his feminine. That's cool.
Whoa.
If you want a man in his feminine, you want to be the masculine one. You get your gun out your purse, shawty. You be that. But I don't want that. Right. I don't want that. They can't show my boys how to
right.
Protect
now, just for the record, if we were getting robbed at gunpoint, that is the protocol.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say that.
Okay. Yeah. He said it.
Right, because the thing about it is,
he did it for himself.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you some little punk stuff that I'm going to do. And it ain't even happened yet. No, I'm going to say, if we get robbed, I'm like, first of all, ain't nobody going to rob me. I'm going to snatch the gun out of his hand, and I'm going to slap him with it.
Oh, hey, London, she just a fire and shotty. Yeah, you know how to bring that shotty out, Memphis, Tennessee up in this thing, y'all.
So, I'm not gonna like turn around and say, "Whoa, somebody robs us." No. So if it happens, I'm like, "All right, look, Safari," because at this particular point, you're gonna be like, you're gonna look at me, and I'm taking instruct. You're gonna take this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, "All right, just give him."
You ain't gonna go crazy like this and turn on there, but
well, hey, I'm just saying, like,
you can fight Aaron.
I slapped a bear before, like.
A bear?
I slapped the crap out. Well,
what woods was that?
Okay.
You did or you would?
I would.
Okay. I thought he slapped the bear.
But let me tell y'all something. Some of y'all may not know about me. I will slap the taste out of a shark's mouth. I will slap the taste out of a bear's mouth.
What?
And I slap the taste out of a lion's mouth.
Oh.
All right. So that's how I feel.
That's how I feel.
Now,
Yeah. Depending
on the particular situation, I may not be able to slap the taste out of a shark's mouth because depending on the situation. But in the right situation, I'll slap the crap out of that shark. So it's the context, right? I was talking about context, right?
It's the context.
Yeah.
But I wasn't upset about that man not, being a protector and all that. I just knew he wasn't what I was looking for. When I got back, I texted him a message. I said, our personalities don't match. I think you're a great guy, because at this point in time, I don't really have time to waste on a man that I know not my type and I know that does not fit. Why are we still playing?
Exactly. Why are we still playing?
Why are we still playing? Why are you don't let it linger? Like, just, hey,
Get with a man.
And he took a little rough. He told me I was unappreciative for some reason.
That he's trying to guilt trip you, which is feminine. That means that gives you another example of how feminine he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for example,
you're not gonna guilt trip no woman if she say y'all personalities, man. You're gonna say okay.
I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna go somewhere else. I'm not gonna be sitting there like, oh, it's because you did it. No, but I want to give y'all a scenario, right? Because they still in the comments talking about would I slap her. Let me tell you something. If I'm in a zoo and a lion like looked at my girl like it wanted to eat her, you think I won't slap the taste out of his mouth if I can reach it? It would be lucky if I could reach it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can reach it, I'll slap the taste out of his mouth. Don't be looking at my girl like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, contextual.
But see, for you, in order for you to actually scope a man out like that, you have to be in your feminine. Because if I was, I can protect myself. I ain't worried about him being beside me. Mm-hmm. I would have accepted every single step that he did.
If you were an independent woman.
If I was an independent woman.
Right. Yeah. See, being an independent woman, actually.
I just was waiting for him to leave, though. I was just like,
doesn't it feel good when you just allow a man to just be like, all right, when is he going to leave?
I knew he was going to do it. I'm like, he's older, you know what I'm saying? Yes. But no, he did not leave.
He did not leave.
And I said, let me leave myself out the door. I just missed 2 people, man. I'm just missing people all year long. 2020, it's just, yeah.
So as far as a woman, like wanting something in life, you have to manifest it. And the way you manifest it is you don't do anything.
I did nothing. I absolutely did. I just asked questions
for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I
watched how he treated other people.
Is a
long one.
It's a long. Watch this. See?
Oh, the long
one. I made it go off. Like,
oh God.
It's stop, right? What are you talking about? Do you hear an alarm?
Oh, he's magic, guys.
No, I'm just a man.
Crazy.
I'm a man. This is what men do. There's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
You solve it.
I solved it.
You do it. You just get it done.
Solved it. I'm just saying this. Y'all heard the alarm going off, right? And I just looked around and I snapped my fingers. No more alarm.
Happy birthday, Nicole.
Ain't nobody got time for all that. Happy birthday, Nicole.
Nobody got time.
Ain't nobody got time for no alarms. Like, stop alarm. I slapped.
And so his best friend,
his
best friend was my best friend's husband.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting kind of messed up, and he lingered on to the bathroom in this huge crowd in Vegas. So this was another thing. I was like, I said, go check on your friend. I'm worried about him.
Oh, he won't even protect other men. And he has no concern for the people that he's around.
Oh, I ain't worried about him.
See what I'm saying?
Okay, honey. You don't care about nobody but you at this
point.
So you have selfish ways. That means you're gonna be selfish. You're gonna be selfish towards me.
Mm-hmm. I hope you guys are hearing this because
that's how I broke it down.
Right. When you're dating a man, when you're looking, you don't just say, "Oh, he's the one." No, you say, "Okay, I need to watch this person." And you have to have a list of things in your mind that you need to watch for.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you, okay, does he make me feel safe? Make sure to write this down if y'all could. That's the first thing. Does he make me feel safe?
Yes.
Period. With just him just standing there doing nothing. Does his presence make me feel safe?
Yeah. Do you have to go and get the table? Do you have to bring the waiter down? Do you have to correct? Do you have to send the drink back? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like does he, hey, this is cold. Are you the one who has
Does he say, it's cold,
hey,
I got
it's cold, my baby
it's cold. Can you take care of this?
Yes.
And then here's another thing. If something is wrong with his food, does he just accept food that isn't necessarily up to par for him? Does he just
complain about it and do nothing?
I love that. I hope y'all writing these down. So the first one is, does a man make you feel safe? Just his presence. He don't have to do nothing, right? So the second thing is, if you're out with a man, does he take care of the medial things that you need to be taken care of. But since he's around, he takes care of.
Yes.
Like you said, if your food is cold or you need some ketchup, does he take care? Oh, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then the third thing is, does he take care of himself? If his food is cold or is unacceptable, does he accept it and say, well, I don't want to start no problems. I'm okay, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he's that
I don't
type
like
of
those.
person,
I want you to
he
do something.
is you.
Do something. I
do
want to see
something.
some action.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Do
Do something.
Send it back.
Right. Send it back. Like, hey.
I'll be like, ooh, and that's a turn on to a woman.
What?
That's a turn on to a feminine woman. It's like, oh yeah, you're fighting for me.
Well, right. But here's one thing I want to say though. Make sure, because this is number 4. Is he polite to people that he can't get anything from?
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, don't say, if you see a man, he's like, hey, my food is messed up. What's wrong with you? That's a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to say, no, be polite to other people. Because if he's really polite to you, like, okay, let me do this for you. But second somebody else does, what is wrong with you? You idiot. That means
he'll do that with you.
He'll do that with you when y'all start having sex or when he's mad at you. You get what I'm saying? Because that's just who he is.
The way people treat others, they will treat you.
Right.
How do they talk about their ex?
Oh my God. Ooh, this is number 5.
Ooh.
Write these down, y'all, or rewind this if you this is a replay. When you're talking to a man and he talks badly about his ex, that is a red flag.
Not over it.
Because see, here's the thing. Women are a little different than men. Women have more of a propensity to complain, to be stuck in the past, to worry. But when you got a man who's complaining, being stuck in the past and worrying, like, my baby mama, she won't let me see my kid, and I'm so tired of it. Well, you complaining. Why y'all ain't cool? You should be talking about how you lost the court case or something like that. Why are you sitting there whining about it? Tell me what happened on how you actually tried to relegate the situation. Because men are solution oriented. So if you're dealing with a man and all he's doing is complaining about his exes without a solution, he's feminine.
He's feminine, and that's probably why the relationship is over. Honestly, actually, that was another dismissal that I had to make. The married man, who I thought was pretty cool, but it was newly
married man,
not married, but divorced man. He was newly divorced. I sent him a podcast about this guy called Dear Wifey, the Dear Wifey podcast. I think I sent it to you too. And he was like, "Oh man, I relate to that." And then he said some bad things about his ex-wife, and that's when I was like. And then he tried to be nice to me. So he said this, and this, boom, 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 on the text message. And then he said, would you like to come over to share a bottle of wine? Which I only went on one date with him. So I'm not coming to your house on the second date. That's not happening.
Right.
To share a bottle of wine, you're trying to get me drunk and do what? Right? So the next text message that I sent him the next day, I told him, I think that you got some healing work to do. I don't want to interrupt your healing process.
Yes, because you recognize the fact that since he's still a little sour about his ex, he's not necessarily done healing.
He hasn't, but then again, when children, and I know he has one child, so when children are involved, and like he was newly divorced, like he just told me that on the date, she has the chance to come back. There's a window for her to come back because he's still hurt, and then she gonna get out here in Atlanta and see that the dating pool ain't about nothing. Then she might try to run back. Then if I came in trying to rescue him, I can help him. I can make him feel what a woman needs to make him feel. You know, if I would have been the savior, once again, like
because you don't want to be pitted against his ex.
Exactly.
You don't want to feel like, okay, well, I don't want him to go back to his ex. So let me start kissing his butt. Let me start doing all these things for him. See, that's another thing that feminine men or men with feminine energy do. They try to say what their ex did wrong so you can actually be the opposite of their ex.
But what am I, Aaron? I'm a happy person.
You're a happy person.
I don't give a damn. I don't want to hear anything about you being sad about an ex. I don't want it. I
Mm-hmm.
get it. Okay, we're having a conversation about it, but
Yeah.
if you can't bring any positive light, but you know what, I know I did this wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I know I did this wrong. She's a great person. Cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool.
Do
Boom, boom,
you
boom.
hold yourself? And this is number 6. I love that. Oh, we number 7. Whatever. Does he hold himself accountable for certain things? If he talks about his ex, because you have to have the ex talk, you know what I'm saying? When he talks about his ex, does he say, you know what, I actually messed up by doing this, I did that, I did this, you know what I'm saying? Or
He
is
said he
he,
was perfect. He said that
he
he
said he
could have
was,
took more control, but he did nothing else wrong. Other than
man.
she kind of went above him, and she's in her job ranking, so that kind of made him feel like less of a man.
In all of my past relationships, I did some stupid stuff. I made mistakes. I did some stuff. I know what I did to contribute to the end of my relationships or marriage, because I was married also.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I did, and I'm able to stand up and say, yeah, this was what I did. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm never just going to sit here and say, she did this, she did that. I did some stupid stuff too, you know.
Right. And if
I
I wasn't
cheated
able
on
to
women, and,
discern that, like by just the messages that he's saying, you have to read between the lines in every single thing.
mm,
And if a person is not ready, you cannot make them ready. You cannot say, I'm gonna
right,
do this. I'm gonna wear my hair like this. I'm gonna do this. Oh, his ex-wife chubby. I'm skinny. I'm gonna be better than her. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Oh, you pitting yourself against the other woman when you
right.
could just say, hey, I can clearly see that then you the second day you want me to come to your house. I'm not doing none of that, and I'm
Mm,
going to let you do you
right,
because I'm not willing to sacrifice myself for some pleasure for you or whatever you're doing, and then I'm reading this negativity. I'm good. I can go over here and read a positive book and be in my own little world, and
right,
then you just
right.
and we
Mm-hmm,
got and we have to give men feedback as well, like
mm-hmm.
because a lot of men don't give us feedback, but
Yeah, I want feedback,
yeah.
and I like what you said, because a lot of men don't give women feedback. Like
But they just start doing their own thing. They just start giving
how
him
do you
what he
get feedback from a man? How
for
would you
me,
do that?
for me, just like the guy in Vegas when he texted me back, I said, "Well, do you feel like I took advantage of you or something like that because you paid for a few meals?" Because what I did was I said, if he think he's paying for everything, he thinks that he's going to get what he wants. So what I did
Mm-hmm.
was I paid for stuff too.
Okay.
I paid for some of the meals. He paid for we did that. So that he couldn't say that.
Well, did you feel like you had to do that though?
No, I didn't feel like I had to do it, but we were friends, so I didn't want, we weren't like we were dating, but it wasn't like
Me and
that.
you are friends. You don't pay for nothing when I'm
No, no,
around.
that's what I'm saying. But when I figured out that he really wasn't what I wanted, that's when I was like, okay, let me separate myself, kind of get,
Okay,
you see
that
what I'm
makes
saying?
sense.
Let me
Since it's
fall
a
back a little
dating
bit.
situation,
Yes,
let me start dropping signs that I don't necessarily want to date you,
yes,
because y'all were out of town, so you
it's
kind of like are stuck with the person.
mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. So
yeah.
so I kind of and I did it in a nice way when I moved. When I came home, and that's when I didn't know. Hey, do
Mm.
do do do. He already knew because
Yes, 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 yes.
the
Uh-huh.
energy changed
Uh-huh.
because I took.
Right.
I took away that feminine from him. I just was like,
Mm.
I'm good. If I gotta protect myself, like
Man.
I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm turning that
Yeah.
that way. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because you've
Yeah.
done it before. You find out a woman like pretty, is she really masculine? You be like, dang, she beautiful, but dang, she can't listen to save her life.
Man.
That's a turnoff.
But with us is a little different. Like,
I know, yeah,
so.
y'all go in there and get that. You go in there and get that cake. You
we
go in there and
gonna
get that cake.
we gonna kind of like still, because I literally because I said this before. Yo, make sure y'all get the likes up a little bit. Like, just get the likes up, likes up, likes up, likes up, likes up. Um, I said this before, but it was just like one of the finest women I ever dated. Like, this was like 10 years ago, something like that, right? Like, she was bad, right? And she was like, no, I said, let's meet at so and so, right? So she said, all right, cool. So I met her there. This was like the first date, right? So I'm sitting in front of the place. I go inside. I don't see her. I'm like, is she in the parking lot? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I call her And I'm like, yo, where you at? She says, oh, I'm at so and so, another restaurant.
Oh shit, the wrong place.
No, she said, I wanted to I changed my mind. I forgot. I hate their so and so I do not want to go there.
Oh.
So I'm like, so where you at? You know how restaurants be like in the same area. So it was kind of like across the way. So I'm looking at her. I'm looking at my phone like, so you didn't even call me. You just in the restaurant. Like what?
Who does that?
So I'm sitting there like, she is fine. So I'm like, all right. So I actually went across the street.
Yeah.
And as she's talking, I'm just looking at her breasts. I ain't thinking about nothing. So
yeah, I can tune out like that.
Because in my mind, I don't like her no more. But I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Your eyes is happy.
Right. So we kind of like, so I, you know, so after that date, she kind of like really started liking me, right? So, you know, she's hitting me up, texting me or whatever. So I'm like, I go out with her. And then I'm happy to say that she was kind of easy. So, you know, things kind of like sped up a little bit and I was happy. So I kind of like hung around until I just got totally annoyed with all the other things that came with her or whatever. And I just pulled away and boom, that was it. You know what I'm saying? But overall, and I know y'all are probably thinking like, all right, that's wrong. But I'm just giving you guys a thought process. Dang, well, you gonna
what y'all doing here? What's going on?
We got David Shands in the building, y'all.
David Shands is in the building, being nosy.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Real question, quick question, Dave.
You know you're gonna answer. It's gonna be.
No. Quick question. What is your opinion on? Because I know you're married, but independent women, like, can a woman be? Can a woman be married and be independent? Like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what areas of your life. I mean, I don't think independence is a way of being. It's certain traits. They use the independent as I'm independent. I'm financially independent, meaning I'm not relying on another man. But how you have a baby if you're independent? You got to be dependent on somebody. So I think it's like different areas.
So you don't think independence is independence? The definition of independence, just so you like, is contingent on the day or the contingent on the situation?
Yeah, it depends on the area.
Okay.
Like
okay.
I'm not a responsible person. But
Wait, what? How you? What do you mean?
Yeah, y'all just laughing at my faults. That's what we doing.
He said, "I'm not a responsible person."
I'm not a responsible person.
So your wife keeps you. She's more responsible than you.
No, well, here's the thing.
Okay.
I'm not a responsible person.
Okay.
I am responsible in some areas.
Okay.
But you can't call me responsible because I'm irresponsible when it comes to finding my keys.
Right.
But you can't call me irresponsible because I'm responsible when it comes to taking care of my family.
So overall, are you a responsible person or are you not a responsible person?
Not overall.
There's no overall? So when a woman says she's an independent woman, she can't be an overall independent woman?
You gotta put something in front of it.
You gotta be.
I'm
It gotta be
independent.
No. This is what women say. Not me. I'm literally just mirroring what the women have said to me. So according to this is what women are saying.
What are women saying?
I'm an independent woman. I got in a whole argument with over 8,000 women on my Instagram page today about no, I'm an independent woman. And I literally, my opinion on independence was like, if you live your life as an independent woman before you meet a man, it's going to be difficult for you to start relinquishing your quote unquote control over your life, over your finance, over everything once you actually meet that guy. And you dealing with not being in control anymore can actually make you anxious and cause rifts in a relationship before it even starts. Because a man, he's not going to, because the woman is an adult. But if you just feel like you're this independent person, you're going to have all kinds of issues everywhere, right? Or what do you think?
Here's my thing. Follow me on Instagram at Sleep is for Suckers, at SLEEPIS _4 Suckers. Just follow me. So that's my opinion.
That's his opinion, y'all.
I gotta go.
Bye,
Thanks for having me.
Dave.
All right, man.
Sleep is for suckers, guys.
Follow him. Sleep is for the number 4 suckers. That's my guy right there.
I think I get what he was saying. It's some parts where people he's responsible, some parts he's not. It's some parts where you have to be you're better at being independent than I am. His wife might be good at certain things, he might be good at certain things, but overall I think he's a leader.
I totally disagree.
Oh.
Every single thing he said, I totally disagree.
He disagreed.
He
He
ran out of here before I had the opportunity to really disagree with him. You know, I was trying to set him up like, so you think this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he ran up out of here. I think he felt the heat a little bit. So he's like, no, I'm getting out of here. So
you was finna smack him like the shark.
I was about to smack
or
him
the
like
bear.
or the bear.
Or the lion.
Or the lion. And I don't smack people like this. I smack people like
Oh, okay, not this. This is a girl smack.
Yeah, this is the girl smack.
You gotta go like what?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So, yeah.
Like you're choking yourself.
You got to fix your teeth like, you know what I'm saying? Do it. No, sorry. Oh my God. Look. Oh man, no, Safari. That was so look, here's the thing, and this is simply my perspective. Because y'all can do what the heck y'all want to do, because y'all aren't going to affect me, so I really don't care. But my perspective is this. If you're financially independent, like he said, right? We're just going to choose parts of it. You're financially independent. You pay all the bills and all this stuff, right? Well, you meet a man and you guys start growing, and guess what? He's going to pay the majority of the bills.
Mm-hmm.
If you
want that.
Right, if you're financially independent, it's going to be hard for you to want to relinquish this and that. You're going to be looking over his shoulder. Hey, did you pay this? Did you? And the dude's gonna like, yo, can you chill? Like, leave me alone.
I want somebody to come and say, I got it, baby. You got it. I'm gonna throw you everything.
Right.
Okay.
So here's the thing. If you actually, somebody said Aaron always disagree. If you actually want to relinquish control, because remember we talked about the business, right? When you got all this control of the business, you're not necessarily going to be happy, right? Mm-hmm. So the key to your happiness and you maintaining that happiness is to slowly find ways to relinquish the control to somebody. And in this particular situation, to a man. Like, Safari, I like to relinquish control to you sometimes, right? Because you was like, all right, we need to do this, the popcorn thing. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Next thing you know, like, all right, I got it. You know what I'm saying? It feels good when you relinquish control to the people around you. Exactly. So
yeah, it does.
I'm not independent. And are you independent?
I'm not independent.
It doesn't make sense to be independent.
I got people that I'm like, hey, let me call you for
Thank you.
This. I got go-tos for things that I know that's not my strength. And I think I want to rest in my feminine as much as I can. Because in being a mother, that is a big job in itself, guys. Like for me, that is like, woo. So it's like, if I gotta tell a man what to do to protect me, or
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna be marching. I'm independent. I'm this. I'm that. But it's nothing wrong with having your own. That is called being an adult, though. That's just called being an adult.
So what you're saying is, the song. She got her own car. She got her own house.
Work hard, bad job. She's a bad bra.
So that means
you ain't gonna sit down if you.
So that means she's not independent. Because it sounds like if you're a woman, you got your own car, you got your own house. That just makes you an adult, not independent.
That's what I told the guy that said.
So to you goofballs out there thinking because you got your own car and you got your own house, that means you're independent. That just means you're a grown woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Londa says she blames them. That's what I'm saying. Our culture is stupid. Yeah. You listen to some dumb rapper.
All the ladies independent, throw your hands up at me.
Is she independent?
No.
She was
independent.
She's married, right?
She's married now.
Right? She got a whole husband, right? Right.
Yeah.
So all these people out here sitting there saying all this dumb mess to y'all, got y'all looking stupid. They living their lives.
Yeah.
Boosie's still a millionaire.
They got the some of the cracked out Atlanta housewives, and they independent, and it's just like
And ain't got no man.
ain't got no man.
Ain't got no man. Got some nice
Well, they
shoes.
just some of
but
them
ain't
get
got
a
no
man and have a baby, and then they divorce the man, or
Yep.
they do that too.
But at the end of the day, I would say nobody on Atlanta Housewives can keep a man except for Candy.
That's
But
it.
other
She
than that,
did, yeah.
none
But
of
she
them
had
keep
to
a man.
relinquish some of her control.
She had to relinquish.
We
she had
saw
to
the
relin-
struggle. We saw the struggle.
She had
with
to fight her mama off because her mom wanted to be in control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy. That's a
and
whole
then-
other crazy story.
So like Candy, she showed everybody that she's not an independent woman. Her mom wanted her to continue, and this is the thing I always talk about. This is a perfect example. I might talk about this on another podcast. Remember, I always talk about how your mom is usually your biggest enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You meet a good man, and here come your goofy mama sitting around trying to tear y'all apart. Think about Candy Burris's mom, how much crap she gave Todd. She gave Todd crap for a whole year. And if Todd wasn't so steadfast in being with Candy, he would have left. And Candy Burris would have been one of these stupid single, ain't got no man, but I got a baby Atlanta housewives. It was Candy Burris' mom.
The mom was single, wasn't she?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And she
Ain't all y'all moms single?
This face. If you let this man come in and control.
Yep. Ain't all y'all moms single?
Come in and control you, girl.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You can't take care of me no more.
And that's it. Your mother wants you to be independent, so the men that come into your life will never stick around, right? And the reason why she wants that to happen, so she can live with you, so she can live off of you, so she doesn't have to work, because she ain't got no man. She can't keep no man. She was never able to keep a man. She wasn't able even to keep your daddy.
Well, I mean, I think it's okay to help your parents out and all that, but you shouldn't be their main go-to. They should still have built something. Like my own mom, like I'm definitely gonna bring her into my company and she's gonna have her role, help with the children. When she retires, she wants to come help with my children. I
thought you said work with your business. Okay.
No, I mean, because I just want to be an owner, and I'm gonna give her a job in the business, like a family.
But
it's a family business.
You do know once your mom starts doing that, she's not going to want to relinquish the control when you get a man, right?
Oh no! I told her. I said I think that you probably should get like your own little place. Because I'm gonna be married one day.
Right.
You know, and she stayed with me before, so I'm super like, I'm when I close my door, don't come in here talking to me, don't be trying to control nothing. I've always been like that, but some people are afraid to make their mother or dad or whatever mad. But it's like when you're an adult, you're an adult. Mm-hmm. You gotta separate that.
Yeah. So for everybody out here, like I said, you can do what the hell you want to. I don't care. But my perspective is this. If you're an independent woman, you're probably going to die alone. You're probably going to stay single for the rest of your life. Probably going to just be angry, spiteful, and lonely for the rest of your life. And if that's what you want, have fun with it. But true happiness comes from relinquishing your control to other people that you trust. So first, you must begin to trust men. And second, you must begin to trust yourself. But until then, your life will continue to suck because you'll continue to be in control of every single thing in your life. And that is not a positive thing to have.
So you need to let go of the term
independent. And y'all have a wonderful night. And before we leave, we're coming right back on YouTube for a separate podcast. So for those of you watching this live, we're coming back on in 45 minutes to talk about a different subject with another podcast. So stick around, not stick around here because I'm about to stop it, but keep me in mind because I'm about to put out another one, and then we're going to start at 9 o'clock, and we're going to do a different podcast with another podcast that I'm doing podcast with, and that is going to be about Tahiri and Joe Button. So y'all have a wonderful 45 minutes, and I'll see y'all then. I couldn't stop.